back to Ball Knowers. This is episode 3. I'm James Chapman, your host, joined by Hunter and Drew, two
What
squad
up?
regulars. Let's dive right in. We have a new layout for episode 3 versus our first 2 episodes. It's going to be similar to Pardon the Interruption, where we have a set time frame, but also similar to Around the Horn, where we debate. Topics can be submitted by viewers for future episodes. We're also getting rid of the WAGEB, the One on God's Green Earth performance. We're going to continue to do the Saw, continue to cover any and all sports, as you'll see this week. And it will be a weekly decision on whether or not we do a top 5. This week, we are going to do a top 4 draft style. And yeah, here are all the topics we're going to try and cover today. This is the first time they're seeing it, so I'll let them have a second while I'm getting the 30-minute timer rolling. Yeah, are y'all ready?
I'm born ready.
Yep.
All right, let's get started. And 3, 2, 1, start. SEC basketball, will it be fruitful in March? Let's start with you, Hunter.
I think so. I think you have Alabama, you have Auburn, who are both perennial national championship contenders. Tennessee and Florida, I would say, are elite Final Four to Elite 8 teams. I think the rest, Sweet 16, round of 32.
I think the SEC is deep, meaning having that many teams, at least one of them will be fruitful in March. But I would say it's really only 3. I would say Florida, Bama, and Tennessee. I'm sorry, not Tennessee. Auburn are the only 3. I don't think Tennessee. I think them and A&M won't make it very far. I know A&M is coming off of a big win against Auburn. But no, I think it's those 3 and those 3 only that can go deep. I think maybe Arkansas can make a push for a Sweet 16. They're a sneaky team to watch out for that's currently kind of on that bubble. Also with Coach Cal. So yeah, we'll see.
I think anything can happen in March. I think SEC's deep. A&M, you see upset in Auburn. Auburn looked unbeatable. I mean, they had that Duke loss at Cameron Indoor, but I think just you never know what happens. I agree with y'all. Tennessee, even though I'm a Tennessee fan, I don't think we're deep enough to make a long push playing that many games back to back. But I think anyone in the SEC can make an Elite 8, Final Four run. I think Missouri's good, A&M's good, and you, of course, have the 4, Florida, Tennessee, Auburn, Alabama, who all can make a run at least an Elite 8, probably a Final Four national championship.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say the 2 Mississippi teams are both very capable of making the Sweet 16, but I've seen them be very hot and cold, so I'm not going to take either of the 2 Mississippi teams in March. But Drew, talking about Auburn and their loss to Texas A&M leads into topic number 2, Auburn or Duke for number 1. Drew, let's start with you.
I still think even after that loss, Auburn's got to be that number 1 overall team. Duke does not have that many top 25 wins. Auburn has beat good teams. They're in the SEC. SEC is stacked top to bottom. I mean, South Carolina, not that good. But other than that, whereas the ACC this year has struggled in basketball terms for them. So I think Auburn still, despite that loss, deserves the number 1 overall spot. We'll see kind of once the SEC tournament, we'll see how that plays out. If they go out early, maybe not. But I think I got Auburn.
Hunter?
Yeah, I think Auburn's a much better team overall. I mean, Duke, I just don't think that the Duke roster is as deep as this Auburn roster either. Duke also plays in the ACC, which this year has not been the basketball conference. It's been the ACC and the Big Ten. So Auburn's still the number 1 team for me.
I would agree. I think the only problem that you run into is Duke beating Auburn earlier in the year, but that was at Duke in Cameron. And also, Auburn has had to play an absolute gauntlet of an SEC schedule. And while you said South Carolina is not that good, they've put up a good fight, and they're getting hot as of recent. I know they've beaten, I think, who did they beat? Arkansas and Texas. So those 2 are also 2 very quality teams. Plus, I think this loss to A&M was a fluke loss. They had a lot of players injured. They have already secured the SEC. And they basically already secured that number 1 overall seed. I'd say it was a fluke loss. Obviously, a lot of injuries. It doesn't look great, but it's whatever.
It happens. Yeah. It's college basketball.
It's college basketball, and they were playing in College Station. I think
against
9
a good
times
team.
out of 10, Auburn wins that. Just injuries and whatnot. They already have their seed, basically. And they have Bama coming up. So let's move on to topic 3. Topic 3, a guy close to home for us, Connor Griffin, one of our favorite guests on the show. Well, not this show, but just Splat Sports in general, is in spring training as a rookie, the 9th overall pick. Let's talk about his debut and just his time in spring training. Hunter?
Yeah, I mean he's hitting the ball well. He's one of the fastest prospects I think in the country. A lot of people talking about his speed, good defense, hit a home run. I think he hit maybe 2. Could be wrong. No, he hit 1 at least. But hot start for the kid. Love to see it. We hope he's very successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get Drew.
I was supposed to be on that interview with him, and complications came out. I forget what that was. It was this summer, but I think watching that seems like a great dude. MLB is weird, just kind of how the whole farm system works. So who knows how this is going to transfer kind of once April rolls around and the actual season starts. But I think for him being so young, right out of high school, it's a great start for the kid. I mean, you wish him the best, and he clearly has the talent. He has the ethics. Like, he's good, down to earth guy, and I mean, it's hard to root against him.
Yeah, I mean, so far he only has 2 hits, and 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8 at bats. Which, I mean, granted, he's coming out of high school. I mean, he was playing Jackson Academy, but yeah, and he's kind of on a slump right now. Last 3 at bats, 2 strikeouts in that, and I believe one of them was a pop fly. But yeah, he's also hit a home run and he's hit a double. And I think in that home run, like Hunter was saying, he shows off his speed. He ran so fast his helmet fell off. And from all I know, just talking to him, he's not going to be a locker room problem, and that's going to help him long term coming up through the farm system. So we'll see. They're giving him at bats. That's always promising, especially as an 18-year-old. And yeah, it's the Pirates. They're not great, which should lead to opportunity for him. He's playing a little infield, little outfield at shortstop, and then I think he can play all 3 of the positions in outfield. So yeah, very promising career for young Connor, and apparently he's just raw talent. So we'll see how they develop him. And then we're going to jump into who is this week's Saul, our Stud Athlete of the Week. I'm curious to see. I know Hunter had an idea for our Saul, and I really want to know what that was. So let me get the Saul logo up there. Hunter?
All right. My Saul athlete of the week is Steph.
Being able to hear him.
Is Steph Curry. Never mind.
I can hear you. We're good on our end.
Yeah,
we're talking.
Anyway, Steph Curry. Last 5 games, he's averaging 34.8 points, 7.8 assists, 6.4 threes made per game. 50. I'm not even gonna read that. He's on a heater. I think. Jeez Louise, we are well run here.
Oh yeah, only the best at Splat Sports.
Only the best. I'm gonna have to redo that. Oh well. Who's your stud athlete of the week?
I got my boy Levi Clark.
That's a good one. I thought about it.
We back?
Are we back?
Who did you say, Hunter?
Hit it, Hunter.
I said Steph Curry.
Steph Curry, that's a good pick. True.
I'm gonna go with my boy Levi Clark, the Tennessee baseball player, SEC player of the week. Talk about a stud. I mean, I think he was 5 home runs, 8 of 11 on the weekend series. Don't fact check me on that. I saw on Instagram scrolling. So I mean, just for how young he is, just absolute beast. And I think kind of rounding into the end of the whatever it's called, non-conference play, getting into SEC play in the next month or so, I think you can just continue to see big things from this Saul player.
Let's see. I actually have a new guy I'm going with. I'm going to go with University of North Dakota, Trayson Eaglestaff. He's a junior guard, and he recently dropped 51 points with 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block on 8 3-pointers made. It was one of the top performances in college basketball. It was at South Dakota State. It was actually tonight. And so I'm going to go with him. Dropping 51 in either the NBA or college basketball is huge, but especially college basketball. And I believe he led his team to a win. That's insane. He also dropped 40 back in December. So, yeah, I'm going to go with him for my Saul. But who gets it? Hunter? Any more arguments?
I mean, not really. I mean, Steph Curry dropped 50, I think, the other day, then 30, 30, 25, and I think he dropped 40 something. So he's been on fire as well. But I think Levi Clark gets the vote for me, just me being a Tennessee boy. But
I mean, it's hard to go against what did you say? 8 of 11?
I know he had multiple homers. He had two. I think he had two homer games. So at least four.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
trying
go
to
with
pull up the
that.
stats so we can quote it the right way, but it was somewhere like that.
Did you say there's 20 topics, James? We're gonna get this in 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we don't make it through all of them, that's fine. We're trying to make it through as many as possible.
All right, all right.
Yeah, we're going to go with Levi Clark for our song. Topic 5, Stephen A. Smith interaction with LeBron. Hunter, you're laughing. What's up?
I haven't really looked into the situation. I just know that LeBron confronted him on the court, and Stephen A. on his show today was depressed about the situation. I don't really know what was said. I know it involved Bronny, and I know it involved LeBron, and LeBron approached him as a father, not a player. So don't really know what that means, nor do I really care. Legoat and LeSperm are still going to be in the league and still going to be playing, and that's all that matters to me.
True.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm kind of like Hunter here, not really in-depth knowledge of what all's happening. Kind of just saw, kind of hit all the headlines that each sports outlet posted about it, I feel like. But, I mean, two big egos there with Stephen A. Smith and LeBron, just outgoing people. So it's kind of what you expect with them. I don't think there's any real beef there. It's whatever.
I mean, I know about as much as the next person. In my opinion, though, LeBron can't come as a father. If you're going to be in the league, you got to be able to take it like a man. And if Bronny wants to be in the NBA, he has to be able to take criticism when he plays terrible. And, your daddy can't back you up every time. I understand he's the second best of all time. But, yeah, no, you got to take it like a man if you're going to be in the league. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Final thoughts on Pro Bowl All-Star debacle. I know it's been about a month, but I haven't heard y'all's thoughts. Let's hear them.
A lot of pauses in that James take for LeBron right there. I can go on this one. All-Star game, boring. Pro Bowl, it's flag football. Nobody wants to watch that on national television. Listen, send them all down for the Pro Bowl. Send them down to Hawaii, put them in pads, and say, hey, winning team gets this much money and the MVP gets a really nice car. Somebody will do it. I think that's how it should go. The All-Star game, I think you also need to incentivize. And make sure that, play safe, but also, I mean, listen, these guys, they play in the summer. They play in these summer leagues all the time. I know the Drew League and all that stuff. I don't know why All-Star game can't be like that.
No, I'm with you. I think it needs to be a thing that's competitive that people look forward to playing in, especially with the Pro Bowl. Like, you get hurt, it's one extra game. The chances of you getting injured, look, go out there, represent your team, and have represent your conference, so division, whatever they're called. Gosh, it's a late night, but yeah, I think bring back the old Pro Bowl and the old All-Star games.
There you go.
Would agree. Neither of them are competitive. They're boring to watch. They just need to fix it to where the fan is engaged, but obviously player safety and whatnot. And just make sure the players have some sort of incentive to play or don't play at all. Both of them are extremely boring to watch. And I didn't watch either this year. I didn't even watch the dunk contest. On to our next. AFC North pass rushers leaving, and Myles Garrett and Trey Hendrickson both were requesting trades, and Myles Garrett even requested to visit with Mr. Haslam, a Tennessee graduate, and did not get to visit with him. Thoughts?
I feel like Myles Garrett's always kind of been not entirely a locker room problem, but there's always been hit and miss stuff with him. You never know what you're going to get out of him in the locker room or kind of in the front office. So that one doesn't really shock me. The Browns have been going downhill for a while. it does disappoint me that Jim Haslam didn't take the time to meet him. I feel like as a Tennessee native, at least you owe him the time of day to meet with him and try and talk through it. So, yeah.
Yeah, James, there's an echo. I hate to break it to you, man. Oh, wait, nope,
now.
we're fixed. We're good. Myles Garrett, I'm kind of shocked by it. He seems to really like Cleveland. He seems to really want to stay. It's his final year of his contract. He's looking for a big extension. If you're the Browns, you really got two options. Either pay him a buttload of money and he's getting up there in age, or you could trade him right now and get some picks possibly. I mean, you have the number 2 overall pick. Could take Abdul Carter or a quarterback. And as for Trey Hendrickson, kind of shocked by this one. Cincinnati loves the guy up there. He's the sack leader. I think he was the Triple Crown almost in the defensive line. He deserves to get paid, and I think that I'm just kind of shocked by both these. I think that they're both gonna end up being traded just because Cincinnati's got to pay some wide receivers.
Yeah, I don't think y'all can hear me. If y'all can, please nod. Sweet. I mean, these are two of the top guys in the league for defense end. Personally, if I was a Super Bowl hungry team, I would go out and try and get Garrett just for his last year, try and make a push for the Super Bowl, or even Trey Hendrickson. I know his contract is somewhat favorable right now. I'd go out and try and get either of them and, make a push for the Super Bowl and then let him hit free agency, or maybe I have enough cap that I can afford to take on his massive contract, which will also lead us into our next topic of discussion after, of course, I leave and come back. But here, I'll just toss it up on the screen for y'all.
Highest non-paid quarterback really taints the market for the rest of the league. I know that.
Yeah.
I think it's stupid money, as always, but
yeah,
he deserves it.
He's a good player. They don't have much. He's probably the face of the franchise, right? I mean,
yeah, definitely
at this point. So I think deserves it. Still a lot of money. It's hard to justify paying someone whatever 9 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures. So but still, I think, like you said, it'll tank the market a little bit, and it'll be interesting to see what new contracts come from this.
Holy cow.
Flip that phone.
He's also muted.
Real quick, while we're waiting, I got those. Never mind. I messed up on my saw.
Oh, yeah?
It's supposed to be Gavin Kylan or Keelan.
Yeah, I was about to say Levi Clark.
Yeah.
I know he hit a grand slam, but
I was thinking of the grand slam.
yeah,
I mixed that up. So Gavin Keelan went 11 of 18 with 5 home runs, 9 runs scored, and 8 RBI with 3 walks. So that is my saw. Yeah, I know Tennessee baseball. It's midnight and I messed it up. So yeah, Gavin Keelan is our saw, James. Yep.
Can y'all hear me?
We can.
Yeah, we can.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Did you hear that we just changed our saw?
I just gonna talk. Oh, I forgot. My iPad doesn't have this anymore. Never mind. We don't. Yeah. So we changed our saw. That's fine. And then how does the Max Crosby deal affect the market? It hurts. Teams like the Cowboys need to restructure. Someone like Micah Parsons, but I don't have enough time since I just burned a lot of minutes. Speaking of the Cowboys, they just restructured a lot of stars. Drew, you're a Cowboys fan. Talk.
I've stepped away from football a little bit. It's baseball, basketball season, so I haven't been paying as much of attention. So I'm probably not the best to talk about it. Something needed to change in Dallas. So I've seen some of the contracts just through Instagram. Some people upset about them. Some people are like, maybe this needed to happen. I still think we need to have a front office change. So we'll see kind of what this does, see after this season, and then we'll see what goes from there.
It does follow what Jerry said about going all in, but he said that before in restructured deals before, and nothing has happened because of it. Hunter?
I think it's a make or break year for the Cowboys, just because you're also paying Dak stupid money still, even after you partially reconstructed his contract. So we're interested to see how Jerry World does it. So,
well, I hope you can keep talking because this is your moment right here, Hunter.
All right, listen, John
heel.
Cena turned heel at the Elimination Chamber in Canada. Can't say that I saw it. The Rock wanted Cody Rhodes, the WWE champion, undisputed WWE champion, by the way, to join him and turn heel. Didn't happen. When he does a little cutthroat thing, John turns heel. First time in 22 years, I think, 23 years that he's been a heel. He holds the WWE World Record for being a face, a good guy. Fans not happy with him, and SmackDown tonight booing him, saying he gave up since his never give up stuff. So I'm interested to see how WrestleMania turns out. I will be seated for it, and I am very excited.
It hooked me into WWE. I mean, I look into it I see stuff on Instagram. I start getting more stuff on my feed. I think the storylines are super cool. I mean, this dude has been the face of like Make-A-Wish. Like everyone wanted to see John Cena. He was like just this good guy that everyone looked up to. And then you just get the little cutthroat from The Rock, and he starts beating up the other dude, which was actually the son of a former wrestler, right? He has a whole story too.
Yes,
the American Nightmare,
the American Dream.
Yeah.
He was the American Dream. Son's the American Nightmare. His brother is Gold Dust.
Yeah, no, I think it's really cool, the whole storyline stuff. Definitely very interesting to see. Plus, I mean, John Cena is always must-watch TV. Drew, anything on it?
Not a big WWE guy. The whole thing where he did it was cool, kind of with the cutthroat, and then him just kind of different from anything I've seen from him before. So thought it was neat. Have never really been into WWE, so don't got much else, and we're short on times.
All right. Well, hold up. Stop the clock. Well, that's if I can stop the clock. We're now going into our draft. So we're going to stop the clock for that. That way we don't burn up too much time. We are drafting top 4 sunflower seed flavors.
Snake draft? How are we doing this?
Let's go snake.
Yeah.
Snake, sure. And then I'll pick whatever. You two do like rock, paper, scissors, and I'll take whatever pick y'all don't want.
Drew can go first. I don't know sunflower seeds.
Do you want to go second or third then?
I can go second.
I'll go third.
I'll take the worst spot.
All right. Drew, with the first overall pick, what are you going with?
First overall pick. There's some good options. It's hard to take one off the table right away, but I got to go with Old Faithful Barbecue.
What did you say?
Barbecue.
All right, barbecue. That works with me. Hunter?
I had to consult the family. Old Bay seasoned sunflower. Oh my gosh! Old Bay seasoned sunflowers. Apparently very good. I've always seen them in my mom's baseball bag for my brother's baseball games. So never tried them. I do like some Old Bay seasoning, I'll tell you that much. Just not a sunflower guy.
What
Old
Bay
sunflowers are good.
I said the Old Bay seasoned.
Oh, that was my number one on the board. Not even going to lie. That was my number one. That's fine, though, because I'll take Dill Pickle Bigs. We've got a bag right here. Dill Pickle Bigs. And then since we're going snake, I will take the Taco Bell Bigs right after that.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Valley Ranch sunflower seeds.
All right, so y'all only took Old Bay from me, so I will take that. There's a few good options out there. So with back-to-back, you guys said Biggs and David's. Those are the only two options, David, in my opinion. I think I'm going to have to go with Buffalo Wing, and then, hear me out, bacon mac and cheese.
I had that on my draft board.
So that's my 2, 3. I mean, interchangeable picks there, but I love my first 3 picks right now. So back to you, Hunter.
Didn't know bacon mac and cheese was his thing. I'm going to go spicy queso, though.
Mm.
Good pick.
I will go sweet and spicy, David's. That one is one that I
good pick.
thoroughly enjoy. Got a little kick,
Campos
got a
are
little
classic.
flavor. And then right now, original is at the top of my draft board, but I'm going to take a sleeper. Give me cinnamon churro, or cinnamon toast from Chinook. They are an up-and-coming brand. They are not David's or Biggs. They're not one of the big two. But I have to say, this one is a sweet little delicacy that I like on my tongue. Give me cinnamon toast from Chinook, and that will round out my draft. I also don't think I can hear y'all again, so I will be leaving and rejoining like I have most of the night.
We didn't say anything, but all right.
All right, what you got with your last pick?
My final pick, sour cream and onion.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know sunflower seeds.
Fair. No, you're good. You're good. Well, gosh, I didn't know James was going to reach in the Chinook bag and pull out cinnamon toast. So now, let me do some research. My mind's going a couple different places. I don't know if I want to pair it with my other three or kind of drift away. There's some good options out there. I might just go. You know what? Why not? With the last pick, I'm taking original. Round off that draft with original in the 4. We'll take that. So my team, I got bacon mac, I got buffalo, I got barbecue, and original. I mean, I don't think anybody's beating those 4.
Yeah, no, I got Old Bay.
That's a good one.
Valley Ranch, spicy queso, sour cream and onion. So,
bad.
Yeah. Listen, I shot 50-50 several.
Yeah.
Drew, what was your final?
Original. Round off a perfect draft class.
Original was definitely high on my draft board, but I ended up going with dill pickle, Taco Bell, sweet and spicy, and cinnamon toast.
That's
one
what
that
I was hoping
high
for.
On Carver's draft board.
It's whatever. I thought I could get away with waiting. Should have taken it when I could.
Should have taken it. But what was your third, though?
I got bacon mac and buffalo in 2-3 back-to-back, just interchangeable.
Yeah, that's solid. One I wish I'd gotten was that Old Bay, but that's a good pick by Hunter. That was a good pick. I was going to have that and dill pickle back-to-back. It's fun, though. On to the next. So let me get the clock running. When we get this next one off, we can get rid of that. And we're going to go LeVar Ball's rise to stardom. Let's start back the clock. Hunter.
Back on that premium count. I love me some LeVar. He lost the foot. Going 3 for 3 comes with a cost. He should have known that. But if LeVar can do anything, he can grow it back just like he said. He also, MJ now has a shot with LeVar because MJ said he could beat him on 1 foot, so LeVar made it even with him. I said, listen, we can go foot for foot here. I love LeVar. I think his sons are absolutely popping off. LaMelo and Lonzo doing their thing, and then Jello, new song, Please Please Me, featuring Glorilla, dropped today. Banger of a song.
Hunter, rumor has it that you have a really good LeVar Ball impression.
I do. I
feel like the show might need to hear it.
All right. Which one? The one I did?
Yeah, I think so. The one that went TikTok viral.
All right.
Is that the I Ain't No JBL speaker?
It is.
I'd love to see that one.
All right. It goes, I want you to be mine again, baby. Psych. I ain't no JBL speaker. I might swerve in that corner. Whoa. There we go.
Go work.
Wonderful. I mean, I think it's crazy this dude on TikTok has just been buying cameos up of LeVar, and LeVar's back. It's crazy. And he was right, 3 for 3. All 3 of his sons just blowing up, 2 in the league, and one of them just popping off with the music career. I honestly am not a huge fan of his music, but that's besides the point. Because, it's whatever pays the bills. Good for LeVar, good for his sons. Got to be happy for him. He's an inspiration to this country. On to the next. Who goes number 1 in the NFL draft?
I feel like for me, I don't think the Titans keep the number 1 pick. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I think they trade it though. And then depending on who they trade it to, it could go any way. So I think it's really hard to name anybody. I mean, it could literally, there's so many options at number 1 that depending on which team ends up with that pick, it could change every day.
Yeah, I think.
My bad. No, you go.
All right, I think they'll look for something that I believe the Texans did a couple of years ago with trading back and trying to get another first for a future year. I forget who the Texans did that with, but obviously the Titans are in need of a quarterback. So if they do want to go down that route, they would have their choice. But I feel like they could trade it back to someone that's not in need for a quarterback and still get a plenty fine quarterback. I mean, you have Shador, Cam Ward, Jackson Dart is jumping up on draft boards. So it'll be interesting to see. I think Travis Hunter could be. We had Abdul Carter possibly being first, but we'll see. Hunter?
Yeah, I think that if the Titans played their cards right, I think that they trade back and sign a guy like Sam Darnold, who he's going to be a free agent. You also have Aaron Rodgers, who said that Nashville is a beautiful place and a great city.
I still see that one happening.
I would hate to see that happen.
I would, but I feel like it would happen.
It definitely will. But if the Titans do decide to keep the first overall pick, I think they have to go quarterback here. Abdul Carter, while he is going to be injured when you draft him, he is the most talented player in my opinion. That's why I think they're going to go quarterback. The Abdul Carter injury though sucks for him. I'm assuming here we are. I think he's got a choice to either have surgery or to kind of let it heal and see what happens. Either way, he's going to be a top 5 pick. He's a top 5 talent. It sucks that this is happening right here when you need really your draft stock to continue to rise as you head towards Green Bay.
Yeah, no, Abdul Carter, you really got to feel for him. A lot of people comparing him to former Penn State legend Micah Parsons. But yeah, just got hurt wrong time, and that really sucks. If I'm him, I go with the surgery route. I'm playing it as safe as possible. I can afford 1 year out, for a much more long-lasting career. So yeah, I'd go with the surgery and pray for the best.
You guys kind of summed it up. It's so unfortunate. I mean, that dude puts in so much time and effort, and if he doesn't, he might lose half of a paycheck base. Like his rookie contract might be half of what its value could have been if he doesn't get hurt, and then who knows if it ruins his career. Hopefully it doesn't, like you were saying with surgery, but yeah, just hate it for the dude.
And then another concern, Hunter talked about it a little pre-stuff. Drew, talk.
I think it's just a bunch of baloney. I think it's people just trying to make up rumors, I don't know, not preying on his downfall. I think maybe there were some issues. I was talking in the car with Sam Hahn the other day coming back from the Oak Ridge basketball game, and we just both said, we don't think that he lost playing time in the SEC play like the report had because of his indifferences and off the field, on the field stuff. I think really we were deep at defensive line, and that was the issue. And I feel like we would have heard something sooner. He might be a cocky guy. He kind of gives that off. He might not be the nicest to other people, but I think the reports got exaggerated a lot, and I don't think he'll plummet out of the second round like that report said.
Oh, I think, the NFL teams would be crazy to let him drop all the way to the second round. Dropping out of the top 10, I would understand a little more.
Yeah.
We've seen stuff with character concerns. We saw Bongate from our favorite Ole Miss Rebel offensive lineman. What's his name? He played for
Laramie
Miami.
Tunsil.
Yes, Laramie Tunsil dropped pretty deep because of a pitcher that resurfaced. But hey, I do understand you do need a little bit of cockiness, a little bit of swag, a little bit of selfishness to obviously go after a quarterback and try and sack him. But, there's a very fine line between having that swag and having just being egotistical, which will lead us into our next player. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's weird that all these people are anonymous with all the concerns. But now with the ego, Shedeur Sanders, they're also saying that he has ego problems. Hunter, I know you're a lover of the Colorado Buffaloes. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm a reformed lover of the Colorado Buffaloes. Shadur, talented, yes, but he also had a very good offensive coordinator. He played probably with some of the, extremely good athletes. Also in the Big 12. I mean, it's not the same. I think that he's riding high. He's coming in on a high horse. I think that he's going to go to New York. If I had to guess, if I were the Titans with the #1 overall pick, I think I'm taking Cam Ward over Shadur. Shadur's a brand. I don't think Nashville and Shadur kind of match. I think it's more I think it's more Shadur to New York where sorry, pal.
True.
Yeah, I'm a Shadur hater. Not a hater. I just am not a fan of Shadur. I think kind of daddy's boy. Not like LeBron and Bronny. I think he works hard to get where he was. I just think he's overhyped a little bit and definitely not a good fit for the Titans. And I think his ego will get away from him in an NFL team.
I'm just going to feel really bad if he goes to New York. That place is a dumpster fire with a terrible GM. But yeah, I mean, he obviously has great stats, but he did kind of have a little bit of a daddy's boy. Not as much as Bronny, but we'll see. Then let's go real quick. Thoughts on the Four Nations, Hunter?
I enjoyed it. I think they should do it every year.
Drew?
I agree. It was great. Disappointing that America lost. Just absolute peak though. That was great hockey. I'm a big hockey guy, and it made hockey enjoyable just because there's so many games and bringing like the two countries together, especially
No
US,
more talking,
Canada.
Drew. You're done. You're done. That is our 30 minutes, and we got through almost 16 topics. Pretty impressive.
That was fun.
Well done. I thought
Good.
This was great. I like this new format. Hunter, what are your thoughts on the new format?
Loving it.
I agree. It'd be really helpful if the host could stay a part of the show the whole time and wasn't hopping in and out. But other than that, it was great.
I just wish I wouldn't have the most finicky iPad known to man. Shout out my school for giving it to me since we can't have laptops. Can't have anything nice in Jackson, Mississippi. Jeez. Yeah, no, but when it was working, it was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed having both you on. And hopefully we'll have y'all back. I do like this format. We covered a lot, and we still had some more to cover. Here's what we missed out on. Indiana head coaching job open. Tennessee or Florida for the last 1 seed. Tennessee State shutting down. And then best football stadiums in the SEC. But hey, all the more reason to come back, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, I'll get this up shortly. And I will see y'all later.
Peace out.
Bye-bye.